In mythology and folklore, a trickster is a character recognized for their intelligence or hidden wisdom, who often engages in mischief, disregards conventional norms, and challenges societal expectations. According to Lewis Hyde, the trickster serves as a boundary crosser, fluidly moving between and frequently violating both physical and societal rules. These figures disrupt the conventional order in playful ways, momentarily shattering the structure of daily life before reconstructing it on a new foundation. Essentially, the trickster acts at the fringes of society, often found at the gates of cities and within community boundaries, maintaining a flow of interaction and connection. Tricksters craftily bend or break rules, and in various cultures they are celebrated for their role in shaping civilization. They blur distinctions while simultaneously establishing them. Hyde elaborates in his book that boundary crossing and creation are interconnected. Wherever a boundary exists, the trickster is there, sometimes delineating and at other times transgressing, but always present in forms of transformation. Culture comprises the customs, traditions, and values that unite a society, often arising from a central myth. Hyde suggests that while myths are essentially narratives, sometimes referred to as lies, they are crucial in addressing societal deficiencies. Using Nietzsche's perspective, he posits that myths form in response to psychological needs within the community. The trickster represents a pivotal archetype in human history, regarded as a wise fool who, through their ingenuity, critiques and reveals flaws in rigid social structures. They rebel against authority, concoct intricate schemes that can yield unexpected results, and often grapple with their duality as both creators and destructors. Their appearance denotes the need for reevaluation and renovation when traditional thought becomes obsolete. Trickster creation myths often portray their ability to transfer concepts or entities from one realm to another, explaining how disruption of the natural order leads to significant changes. For example, in one tale, the trickster steals the sun to bring light to a sunless earth. In another, Prometheus takes fire from the gods to empower humanity. These boundary-crossing acts illustrate that while order is essential for culture, it may resist change and evolution, and when necessary, this resistance can manifest tyrannically. In several myths, tricksters face consequences for their mischief, such as imprisonment or demise, like Loki in Norse mythology, whose binding signals impending calamity, heralding events like Ragnarok. These narratives illustrate the dual role of the trickster as both creator of the world and catalyst for change. A paradox emerges within myth that champions the notion that the vitality and survival of cultures require figures who probe and challenge the fundamental principles they stand upon. Hermes, a Greek trickster, exemplifies this by cleverly stealing Apollo's cattle and obfuscating his traces. This manipulation of signs reveals that meaning often relies on ambiguity. To understand animal behavior, a hunter must interpret various signs, each telling its own story. Hermes' actions lead to a new cosmic order through ritual sacrifice, a gesture acknowledging the universe's organization and creating something new in the process. The significance of myths lies not in their literal content, but in their capacity to convey meaning through context and transfer. Hyde argues that meaning arises from the possibility of substitution. If everything remains fixed, nothing holds value. To derive meaning, one must understand how contexts can change significance. Reflecting on ancient myths can yield personal insights, as interpretations often mirror the viewer's values, suggesting that understanding is subjective and shaped by individual experience, echoing Nietzsche's view that value is central to existence. The trickster's tale is also a narrative of consciousness, as Carl Jung noted, representing earlier stages of awareness that set the stage for growth and development. This mythology retains a therapeutic function, allowing civilization to recall its primitive roots. As we track the evolution of trickster consciousness, we recognize the balance required between order and chaos, underscoring the transition moments in life that inspire new perspectives and allow creativity to flourish. Martha Nussbaum highlights that mastering life involves navigating this delicate equilibrium between stability and vulnerability. The presence of the trickster often facilitates the shedding of outdated roles, enabling us to redefine ourselves in times of transition.